All right, traders, it is time to prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices. Within this lesson, I'll be sharing with you our key levels of interest to be buying call options and going long with the market right before it reverses or as it's going up. I will also be sharing with you our key levels of interest where we plan to short the market as it reverses as it's going down to be buying put options. I will show you exactly how we are planning to trade the SPY heading into this week. I will also be giving you my price ladder towards the end of this video. Let's get straight into the analysis. So in terms of the SPY, we ended up closing with a bearish red candlestick. Now, based off of this daily pattern, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing two opportunities. So I want you to write this down, and this is based off the daily pattern. If we see a nice little pullback in the pre-market, you're going to want to try to buy put options and short the retest of those pre-market highs. That's our first trade idea. Now, our second trade idea is if the SPY does have a nice sell-off, I want you to be interested in playing call options at key support levels that have not been tested. Now, in terms of those key support levels that have not been tested, these are going to be the key support levels that have not been tested right here. So our first one is going to be 428.90, and our second one below that, say it works out or say you get stopped out and you tried it, our second one is going to be 425.82. Those are going to be our two key levels of interest for call options if the SPY goes super bearish. And in terms of if we are gapping up or if we do see a nice little pullback in the pre-market, say SPY is gapping up and it's spiking and you see a nice little drop in the pre-market, that's where you're going to want to try to short and buy put options. Now, let's discuss our other key levels and our other plans, because what I just stated was mainly based off the daily chart, but excluding the daily chart, we should definitely bounce at 425.80 if we see that this week. So make sure you keep your eyes and levels of interest on that radar. That's going to be very, very key support level where SPY should bounce first once it decides to test this 425.80 to 426. So this is what I want you to understand in terms of where we are at in the market. In terms of what I was just explaining, that was mainly me going based off of daily patterns that I'm seeing with the SPY, right? So let's discuss this. What you need to understand is this. This is make or break. We have a make or break zone, and that make or break zone is going to be the following. $430.42. That's where SPY closed on Friday. That's the new make or break gap support. It's key gap support. And then the high of that zone is going to be 430.80, which is previous support, which ended up cracking during market closed, and now it's spiking back up a little bit. So this 430.80 to 430.40 is a support zone. Now I want you to understand, for the bulls to take control and gain some momentum and see a very, very nice spike heading into Monday, they need to hold and turn 438 into support. If they cannot hold and turn that into support and we crack below and it's reacted as a resistance, then overall the SPY will continue to drop and it will start to reach those support levels that have not been tested. And in terms of those two levels that have not been tested, like I told you, it's going to be the following. The first one would be right here towards 428.60, and the second one, which would be an amazing level to buy calls, is going to be 425.80, right? So I want you to understand, we're sitting at this make or break zone. It's very, very key support. For the bulls to flip things around and turn this bullish, they need to hold and maintain above 430.80. If they cannot do it, then it's going to flip super bearish for the micro, and then it will start to reverse towards our lower levels where we're planning to buy call options. And remember, if we do see a gap up, if we do see a spike up in the pre-market, and then we get a nice drop, the idea is to play put options on the high, on the pre-market high retest when the market opens or later in the day. That should be a nice little scalp. So write that down. Now, let's discuss put options. Where do we want to short? Where do we want to buy put options? So again, in terms of the daily chart, if we're gapping up, if we're spiking up, and SPY has a nice little drop in the pre-market or during normal trading hours, you see a nice little drop, ideally 1 point plus or 1.5 points, you can try to short the retest. That's our first idea for puts with a very, very tight stop loss. Now, what are the two ideas for puts besides that? This is the second one. Our second trading plan to short the market and buy put options is going to be at key resistance, which is going to be right here. We have a lot of resistance that has not been retested in a sense, and that is going to be 435. You have a lot of resistance right here towards this 435.20 to 435.80 zone. That zone is where we're interested in going short and buying put options on the SPY. Now, what is our next level? Our next level and our next zone is going to be the following. As you can see right here, SPY has a gap. There's a gap that's waiting to fill above at 438, at 438.60, 438.70. And we also got some pre-market resistance that has not been tested at 437.90. So our next zone for put options in to go short above that would be 437.90 to 438.80. That's going to be our next overall zone for put options. So I gave you the trade ideas. That is what we're planning to do tomorrow. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick price ladder that's going to help you trade heading into tomorrow. So this price ladder, if one of these levels reacts as a support level, we're going to spike up to the next level. If one of these levels reacts as a resistance level, we're going to spike down to the next level. Now, the levels that I gave you are our key levels. Those are the best setups at the best prices. That's where I'm interested in trading at. The other levels that I did not mention that will be in the price ladder, I'm not too interested in trading at these because they're not the best setups at the best prices. But if I do see a confirmation of price action to get in on one of these levels, I determine its support or resistance, I might take a trade with lighter size. I might consider trading it, right? Just understand they're not the best. The point of the price ladder is for you to help understand where you can set profit targets, for you to help understand where price is headed, if it's reacting bullish or bearish, where the next level is going to be. We trade one level at a time and we focus on trading the best setups, best prices, the key levels mentioned before. So let's get into it. So in terms of the top of the overall level, our best level considered for put options. And again, this goes further than just tomorrow, right? These levels take time to hit. So this is just covering the micro. We're covering the short term. I can make a whole nother video going over, midterm levels, long-term levels. This is short-term stuff designed for like this week. And they'll continue to be updated later throughout the week. So 438.60, 438.60 to 437.80 is where we want to short and buy put options. Gap close reversal zone, should see a nice drop from there. Our next level under that, the next level, if SPY cracks through that, there really is no support until the next level below, which is right here, 435.90 to 435.30. Next level of interest to short and buy put options. Now, if we go under that, the next level is going to be 433.50. 433.50 used to be support right here. Now it's reacting as a resistance, forming lower highs. So the next level is 433.50. Me personally, I am not interested in trading at that level. Now, if it was pre-market highs, or if SPY saw a nice drop towards 433.50 in the pre-market or towards normal trading hours, I would be interested in maybe attempting puts to go short because that is a nice key level of interest that would be keeping an eye on, which is 430, 430, and 433.50. Now, the next level under that is going to be right here, $431.60. I'm really not too interested in that level, but again, remember what I said about the pre-market highs. For the short opportunity if there's a drop. Now, next level below that is going to be 430.80. Next level below that is going to be 430. What's under 430? The next level under 430 is going to be right here on the daily chart, which is going to be 428.80. The next level under that is going to be 425.80 to 426. We want to try buy calls there. We want to try to buy calls towards 428.80. That is the price ladder. As you can see, not all the brackets are created equally, and I share with you the best setups at the best prices. So I want you to continue to use the 30-minute trading strategies that I've been teaching you with these, with these overall key levels, and I want you to continue to trade the best setups at the best prices. The way I trade these levels is I scalp very quickly like a sniper. I hold for a couple minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. I'm in super quick, in and out. I can make a nice 20, 30, 40% return on very, very short-term expirations doing this. Now, in terms of what we have other traders doing within Trader Society, for those of you who are in the program, make sure you keep an eye on G-Roar. G-Roar is the absolute best. He's a day trader. He's not just a scalper. He's a day trader. He holds his positions longer, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. He holds longer for big gains. And this is something that most people don't understand. If you are a day trader and you are holding for the bigger wins, for the bigger gains, you can take smaller position sizes. And I would also encourage you to look into trading SPX. SPX is an amazing one to be trading for day traders. It is less risk, less reward if you're a day trader. If you're a scalper, you need to be trading SPY. Now, if you're a day trader, since you're aiming for the bigger moves, you can trade SPX. SPX is going to generate much greater percentage returns. And, the spreads are going to be a little bit wider. But again, you're day trading. You're aiming for the bigger gains. So in a sense, it doesn't matter. It's worth the risk to reward. If you're a day trader, you trade SPX. If you're a scalper, you just trade SPY in a sense, right? So those are some things that I would want to recommend, and you do ideally want to have a slightly bigger account if you are trading SPX as well, but that's what G-Roar does, and that's what he's mastered. So I'm going to leave it off at that, guys. I'm going to be wrapping up this lesson. If you do want to join Trader Society, it's the first link down below in the description. Again, we will be raising the price, and there's going to be major changes within the company throughout the next month. You're going to see there's likely going to be potentially multiple programs. The price is going to be a lot different and higher. That might be recurring. There's going to be a lot of changes very, very soon. So if you're looking for the best deal and the best time to get in for lifetime access, now's the time to join. It's a one-time fee. It's lifetime access. Everything is explained in terms of what's included and what you get. First link down below in the description. I'll see you guys tomorrow live at Market Open. We will absolutely crush it, guys. We are going to crush it tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow live.